On, y'all. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. I finally made it, y'all. I'm sorry we were late. I'm sorry we was late, but I'm here now. This your girl Chandra, the other half of Cousins on Both Sides. Here with y'all going live. If you're watching us on Facebook, please go ahead and subscribe to our YouTube channel because it's on both sides. We're actually going live at this moment just to talk about the topic, how far is too far. So before we get into this video, y'all, if you new here and gonna stay true here, go ahead hit that like and the subscribe button and tap that notification bell so you can get notified when we go live or when we drop a new video. And for our day one subscribers, thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you so much for being day one, sharing, tagging, and everything. If it weren't for you guys, it wouldn't be because it's on both sides. So, with that being said, y'all, let's get into today's this evening's topic. Shantae, she's out with the boys at the basketball game, so she might be joining us a little bit later, but if not, it just be me you guys talking to, which is okay. Which is okay. So yes, I want to get into the topic of how far is too far for cosmetic surgery. Like, it's not, I'm not saying it's a bad thing, which is not a bad thing. Like, everybody get it. I mean, people get it for many different reasons, but how far is too far of going to get it? Like, for their boost of confidence or whatever you're trying to correct, how far would you go? So I'm not sure if you guys have been keeping up with the news and what's been going on. So this young lady wanted to go to Mexico, y'all, to get a tummy tuck, a BBL. So it's been different sayings of what she was trying to go to Mexico for, but she went and she brought family members with her. And so her mother, reading the information I have read, her mother tried to warn her not to go, not to go. Please don't go. She like, I'll be okay. Uh, we'll be all right. So this happened Friday, y'all. This happened Friday. So she goes anyway to Mexico. So not that long, them crossing the border, yeah, they get gunned down, kidnapped, two dead. It was four of them. I think it ended up being four people with them. Uh, it ended up being four people. So we're not exactly sure it was like the king. I know it was a cousin, brother. Um, but it was video showing that they was getting kidnapped. Two of them getting kidnapped. The video is crazy, but it's showing that they were getting kidnapped, put in the back of a pickup truck by the cartel. So why did you have to go to Mexico to get this done? And she was getting a mommy makeover. You could have went in. You could have went to Miami. You could have went Florida. You could have went somewhere in the United States. Why you had to go all the way to Mexico? So that's what I'm saying. Like, y'all, how far will y'all go to get these surgeries, these mommy makeovers? Like, it's dangerous. It's dangerous. Like, would you risk it all? I understand they say Mexico is cheaper, the surgeries is cheaper over there. It don't cost as much, but still though, sometimes people go over there to Mexico and get these surgeries, and sometimes they come out good, and sometimes they don't. Sometimes you be jacked up. Sometimes, I mean, you gonna pay what you you gonna pay what you get. You gonna pay, you know, for what you get. So let me just share this on my screen here. Hold on. So okay. So this is the story. This young lady want to get it right. I wouldn't do it neither because it's so dangerous going. I mean, it's just dangerous. It's dangerous. It's it's dangerous going to. I wouldn't go to another country to get it. I would do all my research here in the United States because I'm pretty sure you can, as much as research you do, you're gonna find somebody that's reasonable that'll work with you the price. You just have to keep looking. I won't go with the first thing that's the cheapest price, and then now look what you get. You either gonna get botched up, something like this might happen, or something else. You know, we can get a mommy makeover here, but I hate that this happened to them, but it wasn't worth it, y'all. It wasn't worth it. It wasn't worth it. It was for them. It was for them that went. Let's see. Uh-uh. There she go. That's her. Latavia McGee is one of 4 Americans who was kidnapped after crossing the border into Mexico. Y'all, this is so sad. And I hate that she had she had to, it was another young lady. I'm not sure if it was her or not. Let's see what it say. Yep, she was the woman. Okay, Latavia Tay McGee had booked to get a tummy tuck at a clinic in Mexico because it was cheaper. So that's why she went, because she wanted to get a tummy tuck. How much cheaper was it than over here? How much cheaper was it? I'm pretty sure I want it didn't want much cheaper. It couldn't have been. It said they were just let's see. So that was 15 minutes from the clinic where they supposed to be, where she was supposed to go to get this surgery done in. There is no way. It's I can't. I won't. I can't. I can't risk. I can't risk my life or family. Then you bring more people with you, and this young lady, one of the young ladies, it was her brother. She spoke out and was saying, she told her, well, her brother was already saying that he felt some type of way about going, but he still went. I guess just for the ride, but he still went. Even though he had a feeling of, he didn't want to go, and he was telling his sister we shouldn't go down there, but he still went, and bam, this what happened. All because she wanted a tummy tuck that she could have got over here in the United States. Like, now two people dead, and they had a two people dead, and then you got the other two. They have made it back on U.S. soil already, but the fact that y'all went over there and it was a shootout, and it was just so much going on. But like I said, y'all, so the topic is, how far would y'all go for these cosmetic surgeries? Like I said, it's not and I'm only asking, like, not to bash nobody, not saying you can't get it, but like, we doing all the research we can as possible? Like, are we doing all the research? Because you can't just, I feel like a month's worth of research is that's not enough. Just researching a surgery, where you going for a month, that's not enough. I would have to have months, a month, just not. And I understand some people like, what I did, if I go so long, I've been changing my mind. Okay, so what? But still, I will always, when you go and look for these people, it's just like looking for any kind of doctor. You still gonna go make a list. The doctors here, just go by. I will go by the reviews, look at the comments, the doctor ratings, the pull up the doctors. You can pull up all these doctors' information. I will pull up doctors' information, how many bad surgeries he had, how many good surgeries they had. I will read all reviews and everything before going to any doctor, even here in the United States. But for you to go in Mexico, I'm pretty sure that they heard about it, or they knew somebody that went, and that's probably what made her go. Or she probably looked at the reviews and said it was probably $2,000 less than her, but that wasn't worth it though. That $2,000 was not worth it. if you do decide to do it, to go with the safe travel, you're right. You have to be safe when you going over the border. You have to be safe. You have to think about it. And then like now you see a lot of people saying they don't want to go to Mexico. Well, we already knew this though, y'all. We already knew how it was when you go to Mexico. It was, I mean, you're not flying over there to a destination, like you going to a resort, and you just at the resort, you going straight there, but you driving through there, that's a big risk. Period. That's a big risk, period. So, you know what I'm saying? So that was already number one. Ain't no way ain't no way I'm for to drive to Mexico. Like I'm not gonna do it. Some people drive, go back and forward, not a problem. But that's not guaranteed that you'll come safe. You know, all the cartels and the drugs and the killings and all this stuff they have going on over there, they worse than over here. But nah, I'm not for no surgery, y'all. I'm not going out the country for surgery. Period. I don't care if it's $5,000 less than over here. I'm not doing it. I can't do it. This too risky. Then you bring one person with you for this. You brought 3 people over with you. No. So I won't go nowhere. You don't drive through South America. No, I'm not going nowhere. You know, and a lot of people now, like I said, was saying like, oh no, we ain't going to Mexico and we ain't going to Puerto Rico. So yeah, a lot of people fly into these destinations, to these resorts and areas that don't have to go through all this. But however you travel, you take a chances or whatever. But these surgeries, y'all, we have to think twice about this. Not trying to scare nobody, not trying to say nobody can do it, because people get mommy makeovers, tummy tucks, BBLs, they get dentistry, uh with your teeth, they get your teeth fixed. Like one guy on the news was saying that he went to Mexico for his to get his teeth fixed, all his dentures, because it was so much cheaper. It was here, I think he said it was like $30,000 to get what he wanted to be done. Over there, he can't. It was $7,000. So that's the only reason why he went to Mexico, no problem, uh, getting his teeth fixed. But I mean, but still though, you still risking it, because what if something went wrong? I didn't see so many videos and so many stories. I heard so many stories reading online and stuff for people going to Mexico and getting botched, getting their teeth fixed, and then come here, have some kind of infection and something that went wrong with the surgery. So still you have to take the chance over there. They're not just cheap, but a lot of doctors just, what I'm saying, just they know they're getting this quick money, this, money. People come from America going over to get these surgeries. So of course they just gonna probably half do it, what I'm saying, or not do what they supposed to do. But still, we have to look into these doctors that we're going to get these surgeries through, because this whole situation could have been avoided if she had somebody. I feel like this is just my opinion. This could have been avoided if she had somebody really in her corner to assist her with looking at this and looking into this information. Again, the tummy tuck or mommy makeover or whatever. If she really had somebody truly in her corner to show like, hey, we don't have to go there. We don't have, let's just find somebody here. Yeah, it'll be an extra dollar too, but still though, you risking it. You're risking it for a mommy makeover. Like now, you had people die, get kidnapped. Like this you just make it to a whole big ordeal. This just could have been, it couldn't have happened. And then you had other people, other bystanders died as well and got shot and wounded as well. Other people that got wounded, not just them. But like I said, y'all, how far is too far? Like, would y'all really go out the country? Not even just to Mexico. Would y'all go to another country, a foreign country, to get a surgery? Would y'all? Let me know. Just drop the comments below and let me know. How far would you go out the country, or how far would you go to get a surgery done? Like, not just in Mexico. Like, would you go anywhere else to get it? Like Brazil? Would you go Anywhere, like where would you go? How far would you go out the country? Would you go out the country, or would you just stay here? Even though, like, say for instance, you did so much research on a doctor that's out the country, right? And you know he got this many stars, that many stars, and he never had a botched surgery. All the comments, all the reviews good, and he way cheaper than this one, but still the fact that you have to go outside the country to get this done. So you know it's gonna cost more because you have to get a passport. So that's more. So are you really saving? You have to travel over there. You have to travel back and forth from over there to that country. You have to get a passport to go over to that country. So are you really saving anything going to these countries getting these surgeries? You know. And then you could look up the reviews, and the reviews on this doctor could have been good, but everybody body is different. Just because theirs came out okay and not a problem and everything doesn't mean that yours gonna come out okay. Because like I said, everybody body is different. You know, you going under the knife. You know, you might have health problems you didn't know that you had, and once you go to knife, something might happen, or you might bleed. Your skin might keloid up. You never been cut open, so you wouldn't know. You know, but now Brazil is known for the best BBLs, if I'm honest. But now I wouldn't travel outside the country. Right. I wouldn't. Yeah, I heard that they are, but still though, out the country. But look, you still have well, people go there because they the best, you know, or wherever country because you know they're the best. But still, and a lot of people go to these other countries as well because they know or heard they the best. And also some of them go to save $1. But to me, you're really not saving no money if you have to prepare to go over there. You have to. There's a lot. It's still about the same because you still, like I said, you still have to travel, pay for travel expenses. You still have to get passports and stuff. So all that money you done paid for, that's how much you could have just spent over here in the United States getting it done. I'm just saying, like, how far would you risk your life, your family life, just to get these makeovers, these mommy makeovers, these BBLs or whatever? And not saying, I mean, I know some of this stuff is just for sometimes it add a boost of confidence, you know, and some people just don't like how they look. I mean, or whatever, however people, whatever reason people get these surgeries for, you know, but how far would you go? How far would you risk your life or anybody else's life? You know, even sometimes when you go to Miami, it's still risky because you know they have sex trafficking. So you sometimes people not safe here too, depending on where you going to get these surgeries. So they just something to think about, y'all. Like it's really scary. People have surgery and leave the next day instead of staying for a couple of weeks to heal. Yup, I have seen it. I actually seen it was some show. Well, no, it's this lady on Instagram I follow. She said if she got an Airbnb and she set up I can't remember what it was, but she sets up her Airbnb for people that for women, men too, that had surgery and they you know what is called something house. I can't remember Kim's house or something like that. But anyway, they go over to her house, her Airbnb, and she makes sure she help you with your compression. She help you with this, and she have a nurse that comes in and help with the IVs and all that stuff. Like, which is pretty cool. But then you out the next day, or like you said, you there get the surgery, and knowing you need to give your body a chance. You get in the airport, you might seize up, you might fall out, anything can happen. But because you just had this surgery, you just been on a knife for like 2 or 3 hours or more. But you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm not trying to downplay it because people get it out. People get surgeries all the time, cosmetic surgery all the time on their body from their head to their toe. It's your business to each his own. I mean, I get it too, but I'm not for to go to the extent of risking my life and my family. I would do my research as well. I mean, I ain't out here saying I won't get surgery. If I had the money, I'd get surgery for sure, But like I said, but the reason for this video is just saying how far would you go though? Like how these people, like how she just wanted to get one so bad. So bad, and I hate that she didn't have nobody in her corner. Like I said, I hate she didn't have nobody in her corner to like be like, hey, pump your brakes. You know what I'm saying? I know her money was probably hot in her pocket. She was ready to go ahead and spend that money to get this mommy makeover. She knew she was gonna save some money. She'll have some money left in her pocket going to Mexico for this mommy makeover. That's what she was thinking. Like, hey, I can get it I can get over here in Mexico and get it for probably $5,000 cheaper than I can get it over USA. I mean, get it here at home. So, and then have some money left in my pocket. Bam, let's go ahead and do it. Not thinking. Nobody in the car, nobody in there with her. That trip from North Carolina, nobody in the car was thinking that, Mexico, how they are. We know cartels. It's dangerous. I done seen so many people. I follow a lot of YouTubers that travel the world, and they get scared to go through New Mexico. They get scared. And these grown, they just traveling. They just traveling, not going for no particular reason. They just traveling, and they get scared. Like, I mean, just they'll shut the whole video off just to travel to make sure don't nothing happen. But to Mexico, y'all, why she didn't? Why her folks didn't warn her? Where was her corner? Where was her people at? I think her folks thought, let me go with her because she's doing it anyway. So let's go to help her and make sure she's safe. But no one was thinking they would be kidnapped by the cartels. No, they wasn't. But then again, y'all, they wasn't thinking, but you have to that you have to know, you have to read upon things. Like when you go into Mexico, it's risky. Like it is very risky. That's why I hate people don't do their research and read upon these things. And this stuff happen all the time over there, y'all. If we just take the time to look into things that go on before you go to this trip, it's not like you going to South Beach. You know what I'm saying? Like it ain't like you just going to another state. You going into Mexico. You should know. You should know. You should know you should know how going to Mexico, and like I'm just gonna go to Mexico to the clinic just 15-20 minutes over the border. You have to research these things. Like, cartel. When you hear Mexico, what you think about? What's the first thing come in your mind when you hear Mexico, New Mexico? Mine is cartel, drugs, trafficking, immigration, like, you know what I'm saying, things like that. That's what come to my mind. And not saying it gonna come to your mind, but you know what I'm saying? Come on, y'all. Let's think. People don't watch the world news, don't read world news. They thinking Queen of South right. That, and it's not real. Come on, y'all. We have to, and I hate that, for some of us black people, that we don't look into these things. We just go off of what we see on TV, but that's not real life, y'all. That's not real life. People are just regular people. If it want this is happening every day over there. So of course it's gonna be on news because it's Americans. This is 4 Americans going over there and get shot down by a cartel. 4 Americans, 4 Black Americans, they go over there across the border for surgery. We don't do our research, y'all. When you research that doctor, you should have researched the area. You should have researched how safe it is, how this. You have to research all that when you're going into these countries. You have to. You have to research. We have to do our research. We can't just jump on because Susie over here went to this doctor and she paid such and such. So I'm gonna go over here to this doctor and pay such and such. But then you know what I'm saying, Mika went over here and her doctor was $1,000 cheaper. And you know what I'm saying, but now, but you know what I'm saying? But Emily went over to another country and hers was $10,000 cheaper. Now I'm gonna go over here with she. Mm, come on, let's pump your brakes. Pump your brakes. So I know sometimes people want to get these cosmetic surgeries. They want to keep it on the hush. They want to keep it on the low. They don't want nobody to know that they for to have these surgeries or whatever. So they don't tell many people, or they don't tell the right people to, you know what I'm saying, that they getting this done. So I feel, just my opinion, this is my opinion, that you should tell just more than two people what you're doing. I understand you don't want nobody in your business, but the fact that safety, you could tell two people, and you know, two or three people, somebody know more information than the other one. You know what I'm saying? So somebody can either say, hey, this is not a good deal. This is not, I want to go there because X, Y, and Z. The other person don't know much because, like you said, they don't look at the news, the world news. They don't know what's going on in their country, but that person do. So you have to have as many people in your corner or behind your back, you know, telling you these things. Did nobody tell them, y'all? Did nobody? The mama didn't want her to do this. The mama said she didn't want her going through with it. And she told her mama that everything gonna be okay. Everything gonna be okay. That's what she told her mama. Everything gonna be all right. You don't know that though. We don't even know if it's gonna be all right stepping out our front door. We don't know if everything gonna be all right stepping out of our front door. But I mean, y'all, this sad. This is a sad story. Because like the saying is, if you know better, you do better. So I feel if they knew what was going on, so those two the ones that was kidnapped, and the other two were okay. If the other two were dead, okay. So, but I'm saying, y'all, if they had somebody in their corner that knew this type of information, this wouldn't happen. This wouldn't happen. It's just crazy, y'all. Like, y'all. And then, like, people after the fact to say, well, I told him not to go. And after the fact, did y'all really say that, or y'all said it now that this is going on? Really? No. But, but yeah, like I said, y'all, how far would y'all go? Because getting these surgeries, y'all, is really risky. It don't matter. Like I said, it don't matter if you going out of the country, in the country. I just feel like this. Everybody just needs to do their research. I would definitely would not go out the country for these for no surgery. I would definitely would not, because I don't care how much money I feel like I can save. I would not go out the country because it's just too far from home. It's too far from home, too far from home. I'd rather go somewhere in the United States, but going out the country, they just feel like it's just too far. Like, you can't, you can reach somebody quicker in the United States than you can in another country. Like, if something was to happen, your family have to travel too far. Going, if you go out the country and get a surgery, your family have to travel too far. With you in the United States, you know, it's just a plane ride, 45-minute ride, hour ride, they there. You going out the country? They can't. Everybody just can't just pop up and go out the country. You got, like I said, you got to have all this info, all this stuff before you go out the country, passport and all this stuff. Everybody don't have it, so you going over there and risking your life, risking the people you going with. Then something happen, your family can't come and get you. Your family can't just jump on a plane and come over and get you. They can't do that. You know what I'm saying? So like I just feel like we just need to um really look more into look into this stuff, y'all. Really, we really do, because this right here shouldn't have happened. This shouldn't have happened. She went over there. If you just joined it, we just speaking on the young on four people that went into New Mexico. She was going to get a tummy tuck, a mommy makeover, and she was 15 minutes from the clinic she's supposed to, and they were gunned down in the minivan that was driving over, and two of them were kidnapped. Two of them were kidnapped, which now they are back on U.S. soil, and the other two are believed to be dead. So the police and everybody, the police do have a reward out for $50,000. It's being offered for any tip offs that leads to return the victims to the return of the victims and the rest of the people that took them. So do you think they're gonna get? Do y'all think they're gonna find them? I don't. They already got one person in custody. They have one person in custody. Being a cartel, they ain't for the. They not. They ain't for to be snitching on nobody because they really don't care. They'll kill themselves before they snitch, or they get to jail. That person who they arrested probably be dead before you know it. Or ain't already dead because the cartel got people in jail and they will kill them just so they won't talk. So I don't see nobody getting their reward. I don't see nobody. Because like one of the witnesses was saying that she didn't want to be identified, but she stated that when it happened, the shootout happened, everybody like just stood still because they didn't want them seeing them move. That's how scared they were. That's how scared they are of the cartels over there. They didn't want them to see them move, and they feel like they was gonna be shot. So they just stood still throughout. They didn't try to duck, or I mean they ducked and everything, but like as far as after, like they just stood still. They didn't try to run in no house, run in no car, drive off. They just stood still till the police arrived. They shut the city down. They told people to stay inside their homes and everything. That's how dangerous they are. That's how bad it is. And then we go over there thinking it's all okay. We just would have go on this trip. Hoping it's a safe trip. Just lolly da going through New Mexico like you just going right up the street and back. No, no. We have to do our research, y'all. It ain't just gonna be no lottie da going into a whole nother country and then thank you for to get your surgery and come on back. No, no, you can't. That's why it's like we can't. That's no. I hate that they felt that way that they could just go into New Mexico without a problem. You know, I hate that they felt that they could do that, and they still looking for the people. And they featured on the level 4 do not travel list. The level 4 do not travel list. And we go over there, y'all, to get surgery, to get any kind of surgery, but they on a level 4 to on a do not travel list. They on a level 4, but we go over there to save $1 to get surgery. And so many people go over to New Mexico to get surgery. So many people. But they own the region on the list for a level 4 to do not travel, but we just don't care. We don't care. We just worry about getting this surgery done. We just worry about getting our body done, teeth done, or whatever you're getting done to save a buck to go over to New Mexico. So you risking everything going over here, and they where you travel through to these clinics and stuff, they on a do not travel list. Do we take the time to look? Did anybody research that when they traveled? Did anybody in her family research this? Did anybody look that up and say, well, let me see what part of New Mexico this clinic in before you go over there? Did she look it up? I guess which I guess they weren't thinking about that. Only thing they was worried about, like she was saying, that we're gonna go with you to make sure you go safe, but it wasn't nobody thinking about nothing else. They were just thinking about that. So, and it's crazy how, like I said, she ain't have nobody there to look these type of things up. Like, yo, your clinic where you going is on a do not travel list. I don't think we need to go. I think if she had people to back out, she wasn't gonna go about herself. I don't think she won't go by herself. So, you know, mm, if you watching or just tuning in, we're going live on YouTube. Go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button. And also tap that notification bell so you can get notified when we go live and when we drop a new video. And go ahead and share this like and share the live on this on YouTube as well. Tag us, share it for us, and we'll greatly appreciate it. But yeah, we just on here talking about the how far would you go to get these surgeries, y'all? Because it's sad that these people lives was taken and they had to they got kidnapped just to get a mommy makeover, like without the research of the area she was going into, without the research. Like they was ambush. Like they was just so, I mean, they weren't even in that far. They weren't even in that far. I think they was like 20 minutes into New Mexico. They was 20 minutes into New Mexico when this happened. And bam, y'all in the minivan, 4 black people. They don't know y'all. It's just like going to somewhere and you like, who is these people? Where they coming from? And you thinking they, somebody else, and it happened. Like, there is nothing wrong with surgery. Like I said from the beginning, there is nothing wrong with getting any kind of surgery done. I just hope that you guys do as much research as possible getting these surgeries, and not just the price, and not just doctor reviews, not just comments and everything. Get wherever you're going to get these surgeries at, look into the area where the clinic at. Look into all of that. That plays a part of everything. Look into it all, because this right here this right here, this incident should be a eye opener for a lot of people that plan on getting surgery, that plan on going under the knife, that plan on going, even if you plan on going out the country. This should be an eye opener to look to do your research, basically. This is an eye opener to do your research before you leave the country, for it, basically, really, for anything. Really, for anything, not even just going to get surgeries. It's best to do your research, period. Even if you're going to travel for vacation, it's best to do your research before you go into these countries. A lot of people like to go out of the country for vacation, to the Dominican Republic. They kidnap so many people over there. So many people. And over in New Mexico, look how many people, Americans, and they got kidnapped or end up dead or end up something happening to them, y'all. But we steady go over there to travel and vacation. We still give our money to them, but it's so many people end up there. Yeah, at one point I want to go over there for vacation, but now that ain't been on my mind lately. No, for a while. It's a lot of kidnapping going on over there, a lot of trafficking going on in Dominican Republic, everywhere. In all these countries, you have to just pay attention, be woke, and you have to read. You have to do your research before you step outside of the United States for anything, especially going to get these surgeries, y'all, because you know a lot of doctors don't like working behind other doctors. I feel like sometimes the only reason they do work behind other doctors is the fact that they probably feel sorry and see how botched up you are. You know what I'm saying? They'll try their best to correct it, but a lot of surgeons don't like working behind other surgeons like that. So we have to be careful and also do our research. When we want to get these mommy makeovers, daddy makeovers, get our teeth fixed. Like it's so many people in the United States. It's so many people. It's a lot of people. A lot of good doctors here in Memphis that do teeth. A lot of people go. Like I said, I saw the man on the interview was saying that he went over there to Mexico to get his teeth fixed, his whole mouth. He got his whole mouth done over there because what they wanted, the price they wanted over here in the United States was $32,000 to get his whole mouth fixed. Over there, y'all, he said he paid $7,000. He was quick. Here go my money. He said he had no problem. Maybe he did his research of where he was going. Maybe he did. He researched the area. Maybe he went to a different area. Maybe it depends. Well, no, it really don't depend because once you cross the border, no telling what might happen. But maybe he did his research. Did they do? I wonder did they do their research, y'all? What y'all think? Drop y'all comments. Let me know. Have y'all heard any additional information on this story than what I have already? I know it's still fresh. Happened Friday. If you guys just joined, and we just speaking of the Americans that went over to New Mexico to get the young lady went over there to get a tummy tuck. She wanted to get a tummy tuck, a mommy makeover, which a lot of women get, which is a popular surgery, a mommy makeover. She wanted to snap back. She wanted to look good, which ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with getting a mommy makeover. I want a mommy makeover. I just want a makeover. It ain't got to be no mommy makeover, but she wanted to get a mommy makeover. She wanted to get a tummy tuck. She wanted to get that confidence back. But she put a lot of people at risk going to New Mexico to get this done. And she could just get it done here, but I understand she probably just wanted it cheaper. She wanted to go the cheaper route. The cheaper route is sometimes not always the best route to go. Yeah, it might be cheaper, but sometimes it's not always the best route to go, if you know what I'm saying. Because it's cheap. Okay. Sometimes it'll be good. Something might happen. Even here in the United States, but still. But I want to go out the country though. I don't know, y'all. I just hate that happened to their family. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I just hate that her mama begged her. It was on another thing I had read where her mom begged her not to go. She was like, I told her not to go. And she just kept saying, oh, it will be all right. It will be all right. I'll be back. Like, I'll be all right. I'll be back. I'll be back. Like ain't nothing happened. Like she'd have been out there before. But stuff hit the fan, y'all. And look now. Headlines: 4 Americans kidnapped at gunpoint in Mexico, identified as a group of friends who traveled for a tummy tuck procedure. And they all went to support her. Ain't nothing wrong with supporting your people, but like I'm saying, like how far, like you put a lot of people at risk, girl. You put a lot of people at risk doing this. Like I know she gonna think twice. I know she just gonna this is gonna hit her hard. She gonna look back. She gonna because like I said, she's back here in the United States. She's back here in the United States. But you done put them at risk. All y'all could have lost y'all lives. All y'all could have lost y'all lives. Everybody could have been dead. Everybody could have been dead. All four of them could have just been dead. Look at the van. How the van is shot up and stuff. Look at the bullet holes and it ran into them like that caused accident and shootout. Just shooting. Just shooting. Everybody could have been dead in that minivan. I mean, everybody, y'all. All because of a tummy tuck. Like, let's do this just right here should give everybody to let's just do our research, y'all. Let's do our research because we have to wake up to this. Not just doctor reviews. If y'all want to go out the country, go out the country. But I'm just saying, don't do it. Don't do it. Not for my sake, for your family's sake. Not for my sake. If you love your family, I won't go out the country, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't. Because say for instance, you go over here you go to Mexico, you get a mommy makeover. Okay, you get over there safe. You came back safe, but you get back now you got some swelling some swelling going on. And then not only that, when you go over here to some of these countries, say for instance, like Mexico, you get surgeries. You want to come straight back to the United States. So depending on where you're going in the States, you might have a 12, 13-hour drive, 8-hour drive. Now you'd have had surgery fresh off the table, probably recovered in the recovery room, probably about 2 hours. Now you back on the road. That's risky. That's really risky, y'all. Because first of all, you're not going to get a hotel. If you're going to get a hotel, you're going to stay a couple of days or a day. If you do that. But a lot of people just come straight out the recovery room back on the road. Because now you can't afford nowhere to just chill. Or you just going to chill once you get home. But like I said, y'all, let's do our research. Because like I said, this could have been avoided, y'all. This whole situation could have been avoided. It could have been avoided in so many ways. Like, it could have been avoided in so many ways. And like I said, she had somebody on her doing research, telling her, or she would have did it. Not saying somebody else had to do it. If she would have did her research, Mexico, they would have knew if they was woke about the situation, woke about New Mexico, woke about woke about the cartel and what's going on world news. If they was woke on those issues over there, then they wouldn't have traveled. Somebody out of 4 of them, somebody would have knew. Somebody would have, you know what I'm saying? But they wasn't. And sadness happened. So right now we don't have any other information about the story other than what we have already heard and read from the mom and from a couple of the Zendaya Brown sister. And she basically there was one of the other people, the guys that was in the car, and sister just basically was saying that how she spoke with him before he left for the trip, and basically he was saying that he didn't feel like they should go, but he still wanted to go because for support. And the lady mom, she said she was worried about her daughter going and warn her it might not be safe. See, your mama even saying it might not be safe. The mama woke. Mama woke. But no. But her daughter brushed off her concerns, telling her mom, I'll be okay. And the mama said she last heard from her on Friday when she called to say that they were 15 minutes from the cosmetic surgery office where she was scheduled to have her procedure that day. And she never heard from him again. And she said the mom said she tried calling her daughter later that day, but her phone went straight to voicemail. And not long later, she said she received a visit from the FBI agent revealing what happened. Y'all, that's crazy. See, her mama warned her. She was saying, "Mama, walk." She telling her not to go over there. Mom, I'm gonna be okay. I'm gonna be okay. 15 minutes from the cosmetic surgery. Boom. I mean, when she called her mama and like, hey, we 15 minutes away. She called, I guess she was calling her now, hey, we 15 minutes away. I'm just calling, checking on you, letting you know. And she ain't heard from her since. Until she got that knock on the door from the FBI agent telling her what happened. Telling them this is the mama, telling the mama what happened. So y'all, how far would y'all go for these surgeries? Don't risk it all, y'all, because I don't feel it's worth it. Like, I don't want to risk it all just for it. But like I said, that's my opinion. If you want to risk it all, hey, risk it all. But to each his own. So when I get more information about the outcome, I guess when they speak to those two, the two survivors, the one who back, once we get that information, I'm gonna go back live and give an update on it. So if you join me tonight, I want to just thank you for joining. Thank you for watching. And like I said before at the beginning of this video, if you new here, gonna stay true here, go ahead and hit that like and the subscribe button. And make sure you tap that notification bell so you can get notified when we go live and when we drop a new video. I'm Chandra, the other half of Cousin on Both Sides. Good night.